Hi Libra, welcome to your bonus reading for October 2025. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all my zodiac signs here on YouTube and some other really fun spiritual and astrological content over on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Today, your bonus reading is a love reading and a general reading. So it's going to be a 2-for-1. We're going to start with your love reading. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Okay. Spiritual team, archetype cards. What messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their person, their romantic love interest? What messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their person? What messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their person? What messages do you have? Okay, we have the Liberator. It is upright, so we're looking at the light attributes here. So it says, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Okay, I like that. What's at the bottom of the deck? Another upright card. I love to see it. We have the Shapeshifter, also focusing on the light attributes for this one. It says, skilled at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. This is a very open-minded person. This is someone who has a very sharp mind. They can see situations for what they are. They can see people for what they are. Even when people aren't necessarily saying everything, they kind of have this super awareness of like, I can see the bullshit behind all the fluff and pretty things that you're saying. Does that make sense? And they're not afraid to call it out, but it's not like an aggressive way of calling things out. It's like, hey, I'm going to hold up a mirror. I'm going to show you yourself real quick. And I want you to look at this. And I want you to consider potentially learning how to let go of this. So that way you can be your best possible self with this Liberator card. Changing people's minds. This is someone that gets people to think without trying very hard. I don't even know if they're necessarily conscious that they do this, like fully aware that they do this, but they have this way of like getting into people's heads and like making them think a little bit differently and being like, oh, well, maybe I didn't look at all sides of this. It's giving very Libra. So this could be you, or you guys could be dating another Libra, or you could be dating somebody that maybe has some strong Libra placements or some strong air placements. But it's very soft energy that I'm feeling. It's not super aggressive. It's very soft. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what messages come up about you and your person. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot, what messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their person? What messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their person? Okay, we did have one card jump out of the deck, so I've included that one for the top. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of your cards. So the first card that jumped out was the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, wow, the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil. What's at the bottom of the deck? It's interesting. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Knight of Wands. Libras, this is a fun one. This is an interesting one. I don't know why I heard Katy Perry's Hot and Cold playing in my head, but I got that song popping up. Maybe it's significant for some of you guys. I don't know, or maybe it describes your situation or how you feel about this person or how this person feels about you. But I have a pair here. I have a King and a Queen of Cups, and they are both upright, which I love to see. This is a very nurturing pair. This is a very understanding, empathetic, and even intuitive pair. I love it. It's giving mom and dad energy. You know what I mean? It's just like that. When I personally think of mom and dad energy, it's just like they work well together. They're happy. They're joyful. They're nice people to be around. They're just very caring. They're nurturing. It's like everything you could want in parents, which is super cute to me. But then we also have these like more, what's the word I'm looking for? How do I want to describe this? More like, I keep using like big, like SAT words, but like boisterous is the first word that comes to mind with this Page and Knight of Wands. There's a playfulness here. which I like. So while you guys may have like a very mellow relationship between the two of you guys, you also know how to have fun. You know how to keep it fresh, keep it playful. You guys may have like really good relationships with your inner children, especially with the Page of Wands being here. It feels like you guys like to maybe do certain activities together, like play together. You guys play a sport together, or you, I don't know, build Legos together, like just cute. It's like so innocent and wholesome, but very playful. I don't know how else to describe it. And this Knight of Wands can be, for me, very sexual. There's a lot of sexual energy here as well. Okay, so the Knight of Wands definitely is giving like fun, it's flirty, it's giving like very active. You guys might be a very active couple socially or like physically, like when it comes to taking care of your health. Maybe you guys like working out together, playing sports together. That came up as well. um but what's really interesting is the top of the deck. With the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, those were the first two cards that came out. I don't know if this is you guys, Libras, but I feel like you guys were potentially in a really dark place at one point, maybe around the time you met this person, something like that. But it feels very heavy. It feels very, I don't know. I mean, it does give stressful. It gives like almost hopeless. It gives hopeless. I don't have the Eight of Pentacles here, but it almost is like every single day was like the same thing over and over again. It was almost like this mindless, almost numb kind of sensation is what I'm feeling here. So I don't know if you guys were in this kind of place recently, or if you guys are going through something currently, like on your own, separate from this relationship. But I feel like this person just came in and like lit up your life. They really brought like peace and balance. And it's like the cups is water energy, wands is fire energy. To have like water and fire together, it's like one is gonna boil the other, or one is gonna put the other out. But it's almost like there's no clashing with this energy, is what I'm getting. It's like it works well together. It allows you to have that playfulness, to have that passionate energy, but it also like calms you down. It's very soothing. It's like, okay, yes, like we can be wild, we can do the silly things, we can do all the fun things, but at the same time, like there has to be moments where, it's a little bit slower. And I think it's like a dance almost. It's like it picks up speed and then it slows down, and but it works well. I'm having a harder time describing it, but hopefully if this is something that's resonating with you and this person, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So what's, again, back to the top of the deck, just because there's a very distinct like timeline I'm feeling for a lot of you guys when you were still single. It felt like you guys maybe had it all. You were very stable. With this Ten of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles is just very like stable. I have everything I could possibly need. I don't want for anything. I just, I'm not really necessarily missing anything, but there's still like this underlying sadness here with that Five of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. There's like an underlying sadness. I don't know if this is possibly addiction, because we do have the Devil card here. I don't know if this stems from addiction. I don't know if this stems from chasing after the wrong type of relationship, people, something like that. A lot of you guys may have gotten or found yourselves in cycles of relationships, romantic relationships specifically, where it was just like either you were chasing the wrong type of person, trying to find a relationship in those types of people, or you were the type of person that was constantly just chasing very shallow relationships, one night stands, things like that, things that never really escalated to into like a long-term relationship. I don't know why, but I heard menace to society. Someone might have been a menace to society. With this devil card, like you could have been an F boy, F girl, F person, whatever, just out wreaking havoc on the people. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, it's like this person comes into your life or may potentially come into your life if you haven't met this person yet, or if you're still getting to know this person. It's like this person comes into your life and completely like shifts your mindset or your beliefs around love or what you're capable of having in love and romance. And it's like a complete 180, a complete 180. And it disarms you a little bit, I think, with this Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like it disarms a lot of you. Normally, you would very much be like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's jump into bed, baby. But you're like, wait a minute, this is different. This person's different. And I really want to get to know more than just what happens for one night. And I really think that this could be like a beautiful, beautiful relationship, and someone that really keeps you on your toes mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Like it just feels very, I don't know, it's completely different than what I think you guys have experienced before in love. And I really like this for you guys. Please leave a like and a comment if this is resonating for you or if you are manifesting this type of relationship. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading because that is all I'm getting with the tarot cards. I'm going to close things out with an oracle deck and just see if we can get some additional messages for you guys related to this romantic situation. Spiritual team, hidden truth oracle. What final messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding this person? What final messages do you have for the Libra collective regarding their romantic interest? What do we have? Up first, we have, oh, I wonder if you are happy without me. Interesting. I don't know if this is someone from your past or if this is someone from your person's past wondering if you're happy without them. But I do get the feeling like this is not someone who's currently involved. This could be past relationships. This could be your most recent ex, honestly, or like your person's most recent ex. Next up, we have you speak to me through music. Okay. I feel like you guys may, you and your current person, I feel like you and your current person may like think about each other when certain songs come on, or you think about this person when certain songs come on, or you feel like they're talking to you through a very specific song or something like that. Or you communicate to them through music. And so there's like certain songs that remind them of you, something related to music. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have I regret lying to you. Again, this is really interesting. This just feels completely different from the energy that I'm feeling. So again, I feel like this is someone from the past. Yeah, I feel like this is potentially someone from the past. This could also be you, or I don't get this person, but you guys may have like fudged the truth a little bit while getting to know this person, because maybe you just thought they were going to be like a one night stand. And so maybe you lied to them about something, or you told them something that wasn't 100% true. And now that you're getting to know this person, you're like, oh, this person's different. Like I should not have said what I said or done X, Y, and Z. Like I did with these other people in the past. So if you're resonating with that, that's a message I picked up for y'all. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys romantically. There is another deck that I actually want to pull out for you guys, just because the first oracle deck that I used, it's more for like people that haven't come together yet, and I feel like you guys are together. So I do want to see if there's any additional messages that might come up for you guys. This is more silly. It does cuss, so I'm just warning you guys ahead of time. There is some cussing in this deck. And honestly, I'm a little nervous to use it because this is usually what I pull out, like if you're having issues with your partner. But let's just see if there's anything fun that pops up. I felt called to grab it, so I'm going to grab it. Spiritual Team Rebel deck. What messages do you have for the Libra Collective regarding their person? Okay, let's see. Oh! Have SEX. Okay, this is 18 and over. This is 18 and over. Do you really need a card for this? Be happy. Be happy. What else? Love the one you're with. This includes you. Okay, I love that. Yay. Okay, I'm so glad I grabbed this deck. I was a little worried, but hey, listen, Spirit came through. At the bottom of the deck, we have you are giving too many fucks. Okay, give 0. So you guys may be a little scared about this person. Like you might be scared to lose this person. You might be scared, like trying to maybe overcompensate because you don't want to lose this person in some way. So be really careful about that. Like just chill, Bill. Okay. Don't overdo it. Don't do too much. Like this person clearly likes you. So don't do too much. You could end up scaring them away or end up self-sabotaging in some ways. So just be careful about that. Okay, Libras, but that is what I'm getting for you guys. Romantically, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, reshuffle the decks, and do your general. So I'll see you there. Bye. All right, Libras, welcome back to your general portion of your bonus reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull from an oracle deck and see what messages come up for you guys. Spiritual Team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Libra placements at this time? What messages do you have for the Libra placements at this time? Okay, we got one. Let's see what else. Spiritual Team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? Oops, okay. We had quite a few pop out, so let's go ahead and take a look at those, and then I'll get into your tarot cards. And my nose is getting itchy, so that means I'm tapped in. So let's get into it. What do we have? Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Okay, that's the first one. Next, we have lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Okay, we have the lily, spiritual love. Okay, and we have scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay, we have the cup, you should accept valid criticism. Interesting. All right, Libras, let's get into the tarot and see what this is all about. I will say with the lily, usually when I get that card, that means someone on the other side is looking after you, watching after you. So you may have a family member, a friend, somebody, okay, that has passed on, is no longer living on this physical plane, that is watching over you, that is potentially protecting you, helping to guide you, to comfort you in whatever it is that you guys are going through at this point in time. Let's get into the tarot and see what comes up. Spiritual Team, Sugar Skull Tarot. What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? All right, what do we have? We have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the 6 of Cups. All right. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse. Excuse me, and Justice. Okay. It's an interesting group here. Right off the bat with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, it just feels like something has happened or you're in the midst of something that is, to say the least, not very good. Again, this could show up in different areas of your lives. I am talking to a collective of Libras, so take what resonates. Not every situation is going to apply to every Libra. So take what resonates, or take what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? Yeah, so immediately with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse on top of the Three of Swords, it feels like, yeah, there's a little sadness. Frankly, there's a little sadness about what's going on right now. It does feel like the chips are down at this point in time, right now. It's not to say that things can't turn around. In fact, I do feel like things can definitely turn around pretty quickly here. It just feels like a little bit of a dip in the roller coaster that is life, okay? But I do get like you guys are stable. Ace of Pentacles next to the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are very stable financially. You guys are secure. You got a roof over your head. You guys are good. Okay, to say the least. You guys are doing just fine. What I'm trying to understand is this Eight of Wands in reverse. It just feels like something has slowed down. Something has slowed down. It could be finances. It could be work. It could be clients. It could be, it could be the economy. That's what I'm getting. It's probably the economy for a lot of you. For some of you, it specifically could be work related, career related. And let's see what else. Having the Justice card here, like I feel like things are going to balance out. Things are going to be just fine in the long run. It's just when, right? That's always the biggest question is when is this going to turn around? When are things going to come back to full power, back to normal, back to the way things used to be with the Six of Cups? When are things going to be the way they used to be? We're just sitting and waiting and hoping that things don't get too bad in the process. Yep. For the most part, I feel like you guys have a pretty optimistic outlook, but for how long, I don't know. It also depends on how long the situation ends up going for, which could be where that frustration, where the disappointment is coming from, where bursts of anger could possibly be coming out of. And it's this Three of Swords, right? It's this, I don't want to be, this feeling of, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to, have to wonder when the next fish is coming in, I got a family to feed. And the rivers have dried up and there's no fish with this Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel like the optimism is slowly like leaving, even though you guys are good and things will be balancing themselves out. So I would just say carefully, just be really watch your mindset. And I know easier said than done, Libras, honestly, like it's really easy to get hopeless, especially when things are not on your timeline and they're outside of your control. I hear you. I get it. Trust me. All I will say is just obviously mind your pennies. Okay, especially if this is work related and things are slowing down financially, like mind your pennies, spend wisely, do what you got to do, save everything as much as you can, and just, hunker down, yes, but also keep the optimism alive. I'm not one for toxic positivity, but really taking your mind off of things, keeping your mind busy and keeping your hands busy is going to keep you away from that anger, that frustration, that whatever. Okay, staying busy, honestly, like filling the time with things that make you happy but don't cost a lot of money. That kind of stuff is gonna keep your spirits high and keep your mind off of things. Okay. That's what I'm getting from the Page of Cups and Knight of Cups, who are both in reverse. Just, watch your temper and watch those idle hands and that idle mind, because when you let that mind wander, that's when things start to get a little, that's when we start to get a little unhinged and we start to take things out on ourselves and people around us. Okay. So do your best to just work through those feelings the most that you can, because honestly, um, those feelings are probably going to be like the biggest thing that you're going to have to manage at this time. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, definitely watch your emotions, because I feel like some of you guys could definitely take it out on other people. Some of you guys may even be prone to depressive episodes. Okay. Um, Especially if you guys resonated with that addiction message that I read in your romantic reading. Watch the drink. Mm-hmm. Watch the whatever. Okay. Don't do too much. And find ways to keep yourselves busy and keep yourselves in a light-hearted mood. I'm not telling you to not feel your feelings. If you feel sad, if you feel scared, if you feel stressed, feel them, but move on. Don't sit in it. Don't let it take over your life. Okay, don't let it take over your week, month, day, whatever. Have your moment. Pray to who you pray to. Talk to some friends, but get out of your head as quickly as you can. Okay, because the longer you sit in those feelings, the more that they just take over. Okay. All right, Libras, that is what I'm seeing for you guys with the tarot. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with a couple of oracle decks. We're going to start out with the Untamed Elemental, which I will be reading from the guidebook on. Spiritual Team, Untamed Elemental, what messages do you have for the Libra Collective? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective? What do we need to know for the Libra Collective? What do we have? All right, we have the Sun. I like that. We have the Mountain. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Wolf. Interesting. You know what I get from this? Perseverance. Mountain being challenges, wanting to move mountains. And then the Sun. It may be a darker period right now, but the sun will always come out tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Annie. All right, let's get into this guidebook and see what messages come up for you guys. All right, let's talk about the sun. The sun reveals that by giving undivided attention to your inner luminosity, you free it to shine outward, illuminating the way for others. This is the way of life we evolved to serve. Just as the sun's light serves all life on earth, your light serves all whom you know. Continue to invigorate your inner light so that you become a pharos of clarity and wisdom. This is not a purely selfless path. As you offer your service, its radiating warmth is reflected back by all who benefit, and you are remunerated in multiples. So interesting. So when I said like find your joy, find the things that you can do to keep your mind off of the things that are happening outside of your control, this is what it's giving. It's giving keeping that light inside of you bright, because I feel like people around you are probably also feeling the same way. And so a lot of people potentially also look to you as some sort of either leader or role model or gauge of like, how freaked out should we be? Libras, how freaked out should we be? So I feel like in a way, like you are the thermometer. And I know that feels like heavy in terms of like responsibilities, but it's, with great responsibility comes, great pain, or whatever they said in Spider-Man. I don't remember. um, yeah. So essentially what I'm getting from this is like, you have a big light, a bigger light than I think you realize, and it affects a lot of people around you. And it's not just specifically for other people that you should be, taking care of yourself, but it's also for you. Like, we don't want Libra's light to dim. We don't want Libra to go into this darkness. That's what Scorpios do. as a Scorpio, like, leave that to us. You don't need to do that. Trust me, you don't want that. You don't want that kind of, you don't want it. Anyways, but yeah, that's essentially what I was saying. It's like there may be dark times, but there's still a way for us to be a shining light, not just to others, but to ourselves sometimes when we need it too. Okay, let's get into this mountain. All right, mountain urges you to focus on your alignment, particularly as it relates to your spine. Just as mountain establishes a coherence of flow between planetary and cosmic energy, your spine both avails you to earth frequencies and ensures you have access to heightened wisdom. Maintaining healthy alignment in your vertebrae will keep your body vital, your intuition activated, and your dignity intact. Our souls are honed by our physical systems, and your spine is an instrument through which you can manifest greatness. Very interesting. So, staying grounded, taking care of yourselves, not just internally, but physically as well. Some of you guys might want to start working out or maybe start getting alignments if you are able to access that type of healthcare, or just doing stretches that help elongate your spine, anything that can help keep you grounded. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's walking, jogging, maybe it's a sport of some kind, maybe it's yoga. Okay, excuse me, some sort of activity or some sort of some sort of anything that helps you kind of stay aligned, stay grounded, especially because I think in this particular situation, you're going to have to, some of you guys are a lot more intuitive than you think. You guys might get downloads, realizations, insights, but you can't receive those things if you're constantly in a place of fear. Okay, it starts here with our crown chakra, right? And then the spine is basically like an antenna. It helps carry all of that information from our brain to the rest of our body, and keeps our body upright. It keeps us mobile. And I feel like a lot of you guys could actually feel some stiffness in your body if you aren't careful about really paying attention to how you are internalizing things. So making sure you're moving, whether that's through dance, okay, twerk it out, I don't care, do what you gotta do. But I just feel like this is Spirit's way of saying you gotta stay grounded, you gotta get out of here, you gotta move that body to stay healthy and keep your spirit healthy. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's move on to this wolf. Okay, wolf guides you to awaken your wildness. It is time to unblock your whole inimitable and untamed self. Immerse your body in water, let it dry in the sunshine, engage in conversation with loved ones, harmonize in song, stargaze, dance, welcome new ideas. What you lose in productivity, you will make up for in the revival of dormant instincts that will guide you to make efficient, powerful choices. Nurture what your ancestral guides have instilled in you and trust the process. A journey into your free, authentic self awaits. And that just comes back to movement and connection. Like I did talk about, I was like, some of you guys need to just find things that bring you joy. Doing those things that bring you joy is going to keep you out of your head and keep you connected to spirit, to yourself, and to others around you. So again, it's just getting out of your head and staying productive in a positive way. Productive in terms of, like, if you don't have a whole lot of work going on right now, like, be productive in other ways. Take care of your body, go for a run, do some yoga, hang out with some friends, do all the free shit that you can do to keep you, your body, your emotions, your heart, your mind happy. Okay, let's go ahead and close out your reading with one final deck and see what additional messages Spirit has for you. Spiritual team, ancestor, spirit, oracle cards, what final messages do you have for the Libra collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Libra collective at this time? What do we have? We have notice the signs, investigate symbols, nature spirits. A lot of you guys need to be outside right now. I think that also came up with wolf, like, get grounded, put your body in the grass, put your feet in a river, like being outside, stargaze, look up at the sky, watch the birds fly. Like, there's so much peace that can come from just either observing nature or being in nature. It's crazy. Honestly, I love it. Next, we have honor the deities around you, prayers, offerings, and help. That's for those of you that work with very specific deities. Okay, staying connected spiritually also is proven to lighten your mood, to improve your health. So if you have a higher power that you talk to, pray to, connect with, definitely do that. If you have an altar, if you have ancestor altars, definitely feed them, take care of those altars, and take care of those connections. Teach and share. We have instill, instruct, and educate. Okay, for those of you that are working with other people again, and it's like people that look to you as a thermometer, as a gauge for what's going on, like definitely be there for other people, engage, connect, create that community, share information. Okay. Yeah, I feel like being a little bit selfless right now can actually help you more than anything else. Next, at the bottom of the deck, we have whole self health, natural therapies, balance, and Ayurveda. So again, taking care of the body, making sure that you're eating the right kinds of foods and not indulging in things that just make us feel good in the moment, but ultimately can lead to um, poor health. Okay, so just really watching what you put in your body, whether that is food, whether that is visual, whether that is auditory. Okay, and then obviously all of that comes into play in terms of what comes out of us as well. So if you're feeding your body with negative things, all you're going to do is spit that stuff right back out, and it's not going to be good for you, for your future, for this whole situation. You don't want to add negativity to something that's already not going well. You want to try and keep it as light and as positive and as optimistic as possible. All right, Libras, this is a long one, I know, but I hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this, if you resonated with it. I really appreciate it and would love to hear how you resonated with this message. Maybe share this with another Libra if you think it would resonate for them. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. I do also have a TikTok and Instagram. You can find me below in the description box. My handles are down there. You can also give me a tip. I have my cash apps and all of that down there if you want to tip me for this labor, for this spiritual labor. What else? If you want a personal reading with me, I do those as well. Please DM me on either Instagram or TikTok. I will never reach out to you. I am working on getting my website up, but until then, this is the best way to get in touch with me and schedule something. And finally, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I just really appreciate the support. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Bye.